everybody, welcome back. I'm going to be filming part 3 of this colour along today. If you want to see part 1 and part 2, I'll put those in the description of this video so that you can go back and check the start of this out. I'm going to carry on with the little starfish at the top. I did this one in part 2. So I'm going to carry on with these, and then I think we've just got a few jewels here and the hair. I did put a vote up on part 2's video to see what colour hair people thought I should go for, and I think it was a mix between pink and white. So I am going to go for white to try and emulate the original painting. I'm not really confident with white hair, but if you don't try, you don't get any better, do you? So it could go terribly wrong, or it could look amazing, but you know, we'll find out. So I'm going to do this starfish, and I'm going to base it first in a really pale pink, if I can find the pink macaron. This is the Arteza A033, and I'm going to leave a tiny bit round the edges, just on the underneath sides, because I'm going to put a tiny bit of yellow there. So very light layers I'm going to do here. You might not pick it up on camera yet, but it will when I start putting the darker colours on. So what's everyone been up to? I've had a busy day today. I dropped my partner off at the Care Theory test centre. So he's done his theory test, and good news, passed. So I'm very excited about that. Right, I'm going to put that little bit of yellow in what I've left a gap for now, and I'm going to use cream. This is not what I wanted the lemon yellow. Let me just find my lemon Prismacolor if I can find it. I don't know why I thought that was it then. Right, I've got it. So I'm just going to go in with a touch of this. If you weren't here for part 1 and part 2 of this colour along, I have been using a reference picture of Jasmine's original work. The only thing I've done differently so far is the blue beads, because I started doing them before I googled the reference picture, but everything else I'm doing as close as I can get it. Right, so I'm going to go around the pink parts with a darker colour now. And a harder pressure. I'm going to go in with the Peony Pink A026 in the Arteza. As you can tell, I love using a mixed bag of pencils. I don't stick to all Prismacolor or all Arteza on one page. I always mix them up, and it works. It works for me. So yeah. I'm gonna leave some paleness in the centre. It will come together. yeah, so I'm really excited he's passed that theory. So he's just been trying to book his practical test now, but it's just been horrendous. All that's coming up when he goes online to try and book it is no dates available. So he's been advised by his instructor to just keep on trying and eventually dates will crop up. But the problem with the fact that we've, you know, had lockdown and everything is that there's a massive backlog of people ready to take their driving lessons. So he's just going to keep having to log on every day and keep trying to book it. So we'll play the waiting game. And if we go into another lockdown, God knows what will happen. So I started another page as well in the Cute and Creepy this afternoon. I started another double page spread. I'm absolutely loving that book. I can't get enough of it. I just get excited. Every time I pull it out, I just get really excited. There's not many books I feel that excited about in the same way. It's so fun. So I've started the double page spread with, I don't know if you've got the Cute and Creepy book, but there's a double page spread with two girls that have butterflies on the face, and then there's butterflies all in the background. Well, what I did, the butterflies in the background were like sort of a wallpaper style, like a wallpaper background, and I wasn't feeling colouring in all them individual butterflies, so what I did was I blocked it out with some acrylic paint. It's like I think it's a mauve colour. I think I've got it on my desk somewhere because I have used it. It's the Decorat Americana Frosted Plum. So I blacked out the background, blocked out the background with that, and then I've just sort of put some bit of decoration around it. So this is the Prismacolor now. This is the Perma Violet PC1008. And I'm just putting a little touch of it in some areas, just to deepen some parts up. And then a little bit. And then we'll go over with a white Prisma to bring it all together. So I'm hoping to get this finished. I don't really like taking colour alongs past 3 parts because I think it can get a bit, you know, drawn out. So I am going to try and finish this, hopefully. Right, so that's that one. Gotta do this one now, which has got quite a lot more like a orangey yellow in some parts, but again I'm going to base it with a pink macaroon or macaron first because it does have a pink undertone. I still want to start a page out of the Beauty of Horror 4 as well. Got all these pages I want to complete. I can't do it all, just not enough time. I'm really enjoying colouring this month. So I'm going to go in with the Peony Pink. I think this one is again, isn't it? Yeah. Just darken some areas again. just very randomly. So my eldest daughter's back at school tomorrow. I just hope she can stay in for, you know, longer than a few days. We'll see. See what happens. I'm going in with the Perma Violet Prismacolor PC11 PC1008. And we'll put a bit of this reindeer again. This one's a few spots to create a bit of texture. And then a little tiny bit up here to darken this up. And then I'm going to go in with like an orangey yellow, if I can find a nice shade of orangey yellow. Possibly this one. Yellowed orange, what's that like? Yeah, that's fine. Just need to sharpen it a little bit. Sorry if it's a bit noisy, this, guys. Right, I'm gonna go over these bobbly bits with the orange. I've sharpened this pencil a bit too much. I can feel it's gonna snap on me at any moment. So it looks like I'm just going around the outsides with this. I feel like I want to Google the reference pictures for all of these pages now. I just don't think I would have done this, you know, with these nice beautiful mixture of colours if I just had to do it myself. So that goes, I need the pink back in here because that pink goes further down here to the bottom. And a bit there. And then we'll do the top bit up here. And then just gonna put a bit more pink there. Can hear my partner downstairs. She's shouting at the computer. Or the Xbox, I should say. Right, I'm gonna go over with the white Prismacolor now. I might even, actually, looking at that there, I might actually put the bumps on with the raspberry tart stickles instead of leaving it like that. But we'll see at the end. Right, so I'm going to do now, should we do her eyes? Let's see what colour her eyes are. So I'm going to need some pink for the lash this area. Some green and blue. It looks like the greens is the greens that I used on this fin here. So a really bright green and then a darker green and a sort of blue as well. Her eyes are a lovely green, greeny blue. So start off with these, I think, and then I'm going to need a bit of grey as well. If I can find a grey, might have an old grey out. Let's have a look in the tin. Give me a minute, guys. I don't have a light grey in there. I'm just checking my Arteza pencil case. There's loads of lovely greys in the Arteza set of 120. Lots of lovely ones. What's this one? We'll go for a storm grey from the Artezas. Oops, a daisy. Just have a little drink. That's better. Right. So I'm going to go in with the grey a tiny bit around what would be the white of the eye. Tiny bit on that side. Tiny bit on that side. Probably won't pick up on the camera that bit. It's really light. I'm gonna use the pink. I think this is the macaron pink, yep. The Arteza. I'll do a light layer and then press on so it's dark in the tip, the very edge. Right, so I'm going to base the eye with the cloud blue Prismacolor. Then it looks like, yeah, I'm gonna go in with this green, the Chartreuse PC989, and I'm gonna go in with this just at the bottom here. Just there. And again, just under here. And underneath that, I'm going to use the grass green PC909. And I'm only going to use a tiny bit of this just underneath where you've put it. So like, almost like a line. Dark line under there. I'm going to bring some blues into it now. So I'm going to go all over with the True Blue PC903. I'm going to go over all the bits where you put the cloud blue. And then I'm going to go in with the deeper blue, which is the Prismacolor Violet Blue PC933. I'm going to darken up some of these areas. I'm going to bring it all together with a white Prismacolor shortly. Yep. I'm just going to put a bit more cloud blue there, or see if I can lighten up a bit at the edge. I'm going to bring that all together now with the white Prismacolor. I'm going to go into the centre of the iris with the black in a minute. So where's the black Prismacolor? This is PC935. Just going to fill in the centre of the eye. And put highlights in at the end. So that's her eyes. I'm just going to put, because I have noticed on the reference picture that the white of the eye, it does have a bit of blue around the outside. She has done blue, like extended it, almost like a shadow. I'm going to go in with some darker blue in a minute. That won't matter because I'm going over it with darker shades. It's almost got like a shadow of the blue reflecting, and then we'll go over with the white. One with the white now. Let's blend it out a bit. And a bit here. And I think that's the eyes. Obviously I'm going to put the highlights in the irises later on. So I'm just going to move on to the lips. The lips I'm going to do a nice pale pinky peach sort of lip. So I'm going to go in with the Prismacolor Peach PC939. So I'm going to darken some of these areas up. I'm very quiet again, haven't I? Oh dear, concentration face, that's what it is. I'm going to go in with a bit of a pinky shade around here over the top. Let's have a look. Alright, I'm going to blend that a bit with the Prismacolor. Again, I'm going to put highlights in on the lips at the end with the white gel pen, just so I'm not smudging it all when I'm doing other areas of the picture. So I think we'll tackle these little jewels at the bottom first, and then we'll go on to the hair last. So yeah, tackle these gems. Gonna go in with the Perma Violet again, PC1008. I'm just gonna base some of these, the ones that I want purplish, in the centre. Very light layers at the moment. Just mapping out the colours where I want the colours. So that's the purple ones. I'm using a bit of the blue just around the outside, a touch. I'm going to deepen up the purple now. Put the highlights in all these after as well. I'm going to have like a nice little green gem in the centre here. Another one hiding behind here. I love how colourful this is. Really pretty. Gonna have some blues. Just mapping out where I want them very faintly, and then I'm going to go in with some deeper shades. This one is a deep blue around the outside, in the centre. I'm gonna pop cloud blue over these ones. Most of these ones that are left are going to be this sort of translucent colour. There we go. So I just need to go in and deepen all these up now. And there is a touch of green in this one. And I'll go over with the Prismacolor to bring them all together. So I have got a vote up on my last video asking which book you would like to see me do a colouring chat in next. So I think I put 4 options up there, if you want to go and vote on that. I think I put a Hannah Carlson book, Camilla Derrico book, Tim Jeff's book, I think there was one other, but I can't quite remember what I've put myself now. Yeah, go and check that out and have a vote. See what you want me to do next. I'll go over this with a cloud blue actually. I'm going to put the tiniest amount of dark green just in the corner of these ones. And then get my white Prismacolor. This, look how tiny this is. Luckily I've got another one. My chair is making squeaky noises. It's not me being rude, I promise. Got the squeaky chair. So all these really pale ones, I'm going to add some grey to actually. Because they're like a translucent, but they do appear like grey. So I'm going to be using this teaser. This is called Mushroom Grey. It's A152. So I'm just going to add a bit of this, and then I might go over with a Prismacolor, or it might be okay. The white Prisma, or it might be okay actually. I'll just go over with a little bit of white Prisma, not too much. There we go. Like I say, we'll put the highlights on everything at the end. There we go. Right, the thing I've been dreading. Right, I think I'm going to do a base of cloud blue, because the reference picture that I'm looking at, it is actually sort of white and blue mixed together, with a really white highlight at the front here. So we'll give it a bash anyway. I'll just base it with the cloud blue and we'll go from there. And hope for the best, guys. Keep your fingers crossed for me. I'm not the best at white hair. I think one of the Christine Karen images, the man, I think it's called the Oak Fairy. The very first time I did a white hair was on that, and I ended up going over it all with a Posca pen, a white Posca pen. I mean, it looked quite magical. It did look quite magical at the end, but you know. You know what, even if this doesn't turn out, the rest of it's nice. Oh dear. Not forgetting these little bits here as well, these stringy bits. They're gonna be a bit of a pain. Got that one. Let's just hope I don't miss any hair out as well, because that's my other trick. Am I still in frame here? Whoops, what am I knocking over? In all the little nitbit areas, not forgetting those. I don't know what it's looking like on camera. Probably can't see much at the minute because it is very pale. Very, very pale blue, this one. It's so, what do you call it? Finicky? I don't know what the word is when like you're getting into little tidbits. Nitpicky? What's the word? Anyway, you know what I mean. It's really, there's little bits of hair everywhere. Down here. So I'm not just going to use white. Obviously I've based it all with this cloud blue. I'm going to use some greys as well. I was even pondering whether to put a bit of lilac as a base, but I don't know. I've never experimented with putting those undertones into white hair. I've not got the foggiest clue if it'd turn out alright or not. Perhaps someone knows who's an expert with white hair. I think that's it all based. So I'm gonna pop bits of grey in and then go over with bits of white as well. So where I think there's the most shadowing, I'm probably gonna go for the greys. Just here and there. I don't know what it's picking up on camera. I was even thinking about using a touch of white acrylic paint, but again, I've never done that before and I don't want to totally destroy it. you know, as like a little bits of highlights. I'm just going to go over her eyebrows with the grey. I'm going to do it quite dark, and then the white will show up over the top when I need to put the white through it. I think as well, all these gems, I don't know if I got to go around the black liner with a white gel pen. I'm undecided. They're so light, these colours, I can't even see where I've been and where I've not been. A bit in the centre. I don't know if it's picking up anything of this on camera, but I can assure you I am putting colour to the page. Right, I'm going to start going in with the white now. I'm going to start where I want it the whitest. I am pressing on quite hard. I believe it's got onto that. I think I'm shaking the tripod here, trying to get it on. I hope this is picking something up on camera. Sorry if I'm shaking. I need to press on real hard doing this white to try and get the pigment down. There's a bit of blue coming off them pearls. Let's just rub that off. I think I'm going to go in with white gel pen and highlights now, or my Posca pen, or a bit of both actually. I'll use the gel pen and the Posca pen. Shake. So I'm going to use my gel pen for the highlights and the eyes first. Turn it around a little bit. I'm just going to do, let's get in here. I'm going to do a bit here, the lash line, dot, like that. That's on one eye. Now the other one. So I'm just looking at my reference picture to see where the little highlights are on this one. A little bit here as well. Just dab that one. And there's little bits here. There's a little shine on a little nose, which I'm going to dump down. Just put my head in the camera. Dab that a bit. A little bit on her lips. Oh, you know what, I'm putting all the highlights in, I've not done her eyebrows. I have just noticed though that the eyebrows are quite a bit darker, so I'm just going to find a darker shade of grey. And then we'll go back into the highlights in a second. I'm just going to get this really sharp so I can get some sort of brows in it. Oops. Where are we? Let's get some. I don't want to put my hand in that pen now. Oops. Quite dark at the front. tapering off a bit. I need one of those brushes that brush it away. Have to do on the brows. I think I'm just going to go in with a bit of this darker shade near the roots a bit here. Nothing too drastic, just a bit of give a bit more depth to it. Told you I wasn't the best at white hair, guys. Oh, if you've got any more tips, let me know. Comment down below if you've got tips for white hair, because you can clearly see I ain't got a clue what I'm doing. Debbie helped me out here. Debbie and Debbie, you're both brilliant at hair. If you've not already checked out their channels, guys, there's Debbie from Debbie Loves to Colour and Debbie from Colour Me Stress Free. Both lovely girls, so go and check out their channels. Let's drag that up a bit. Just gonna go in with a bit more darker colour down here. Don't want to go over my eyes. Don't go over the eyes. Let's have a little look up here. Really enjoyed doing this page. I'm glad I got this boot back out. That's a little tiny bit there. And I think we'll leave it at that for the hair. Oh, I've gone over a lip. Just fix that in a minute. I'll fix the lip. There we go. Let's go over my little seahorse where I've knocked the gel pen off there. Right, so I think I'm gonna go around these little gems with a gel pen, and then I think we'll be done. I might even put a bit of glitter. We'll see. Wonder if there's anything good on the telly tonight. 'Cause I think I might go and watch some TV when I finish this. Put the kettle on, make a brew and watch something on the TV. I used to sit down every night and watch the soaps, but not these days. I'm normally putting the kids in bed when it's on the telly at the same time. I think I might put a bit of the Nouveau confetti over this in some little places. It's just like little sparkly confetti stuff. I'll show you when I've done this. If there's anywhere that's still showing through the line art once it's dry, I'll just go over it in my own time. It's fine. But if you have this book, Google the reference of the original painting and have a look, because they are absolutely stunning. and it's really fun to use the same colours, because I would have never thought to put all these colours on the page, and I love how it's turned out. I'll have a little look. And if you do follow Debbie Loves to Colour or Colour Me Stress Free, they do actually have flip throughs of the original art books by Jasmine Becket-Griffith that show all the paintings. Almost done. It's the most time consuming thing to go over line art with a white gel pen. I really need to get myself a fine nib Posca pen to see if that's any better. I have a Posca pen, but it's too thick to do this. The nib on it's too thick. Right, I think I've gone round all of that I can see. I think. Don't know if I rub that little bit off on the nose or not. Put a bit on. So I think that is it, guys, bar a bit of highlights on the little gems that it's going to show up on. There. A little bit of a touch through her eyebrow, and then dump it down with my finger. I don't want to put too much on, but I do want a bit on. I can't get just the right amount on. It bugs me. That'll do. I'm not going to fuss too much with it. Right, so now I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of stickles up here where I said I was going to put it on those dots. So this is the raspberry tart stickles. Just going to squeeze it out on a scrap piece of paper to check it's still coming out okay. And it is, that's looking fine. So I'm just going to put some tiny little dots where I put these purple dots here. just to create a bit of texture. I think that's it. I don't want to go crazy with it, with the stickles, but I am just going to pop on a bit of that confetti down here on one or two of the things. So this is the Nouveau, and it's just like little confettis. So I've got a Nouveau glue pen. It is just like a pen. You squeeze the nib onto the paper, it puts a little tiny dot of glue where you want to stick one of these, and you're good to go. So I'm just gonna carefully try and get two of these out. Can you see them? They're like mirrored, they're like sparkly, really pretty. I've just put these on another page that I started as well. So I'm gonna actually put these in the lid, and I'll try and pick a couple up. I don't want too many, I just want one, probably about two. So I'm going to put one here. I'm just going to put, oh, it's made a bubble, just a tiny bit of glue, and I'm going to drop it on with my finger, and you can see it sticks on there. And I'm going to put another one here, just there, and I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want it to be overkill. So we'll just pop the lid on there. So that's it, I think. I'll probably see something else I want to do to it, no doubt, but that is her finished. So as you can see, well, you might be able to see if I get it in the right light, you can see those at the bottom just shining a little bit, but I didn't want too much on there. But that's her. So please, if you enjoyed this video, please do give me a thumbs up and drop me a little comment. It really helps my channel to grow and build, and for people to find my channel. And please do subscribe if you're not already. Go ahead on over to my other video and make a vote on which book you would like to see me do a colour and chat in next. And I'll see you again soon. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye bye.